Alright, today's lesson is on multiplying and dividing exponents. We're going to first start off with multiplying exponents. And we're going to be doing that by, we're going to go ahead and first expanding our problems first. So if I look at my first problem here, I have 4 to the third power times 2 squared. I'm going to go ahead and write 4 3 times. 4 times 4 times 4. Then I'm going to go ahead and write 2 more times. That's going to be my 4 squared. So total for this I have 4 5 times, so 4 to the 5th power. Number 2, I have a to the 5th power and a to the 2nd. I'm going to do a times a times a times a times a. That's my 5, and then a times a for my squared. Total I have 7 of them, so a to the 7th power. Alright, number 3, I have x cubed times y squared times y cubed. I'm going to do x times x times x. I'm also going to do y times y, that's my y squared, and then y cubed, 3 y's. And the reason I put, say, dots for my multiplication, or maybe I don't put a multiplication symbol at all between my letters, my variables, is that if I were to use my x as my multiplication symbol, if I had x as a variable, it's going to get very confusing. So make sure you use either dot, or when you're just doing variables, you can just put them right next to each other. That you're multiplying them. So simplifying this one, I have 3 x's, so x cubed, and then I have 5 y's, so y to the 5th power. Number 4, I have 3 squared, okay, so that's 3 times 3, and then I have 3 x's times 2, and I have 2 x's. Okay. So whenever I combine my like terms, which I've done before, if I have numbers, it's nice and easy sometimes to just multiply them together. So we're going to go ahead and do that when we combine our like terms. So I'm not only going to say 3 to the 2nd power and then 2 to the 1st power. I'm actually just going to multiply those all out. So 3 times 2 is 18. And then I have x's, so 18 times the power. Alright, so you have examples to try on your own. So why don't you go ahead and pause the video, try those, and then we'll go ahead and see how you did. Alright. For number 1, you should have seen that there were 3 nines, or 3 to the 9th power. I'm sorry, 9 threes. So 3 to the 9th power. For 2, you should have gotten x times y to the 5th power. 3, you should have gotten x to the 5th power times y to the 6th power. And 4, you should have simplified it down to 25 x to the 5th power times the y to the 3rd power. That is multiplying exponents and multiplying. Now we're going to go ahead and do division with exponents. Okay. So exponents and division. Okay. So just like our multiplication ones, we're also going to write these on all of them. So if I see x to the 3rd power here, x times x, and that is over x times x. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to cross off. I'm going to cancel ones out. So if I have an x up in the numerator and an x in the denominator, they pretty cancel each other out. So I'm going to go ahead and put a line through it. Put a line through. And my answer for this one is x over 1, which is also equal to x. Alright, number 2, I have 5 times 5, and that is over 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. These cancel each other out. Give me 1 left up there. So it's going to equal 1, 5, or I can do 1 over 25. Number 3, I have 3 times 3 times 3, and I have times x times x times x, 4. My denominator, I have 4 3's, and I have 2 x's. Go ahead and cancel them out. Cancel 3. Leave me 1 3 left down there. I'm going to cancel my s gonna take first x. Go ahead, lose there. So if I go ahead now and solve this, okay, 1 more now. X, so x to the second power, and then that is 3. Alright, number 4. Go ahead and write it out. 3 fourths, 4 x's, 2 y's. 3 2's, 2, and a wall. I'm gonna go first start with my numbers. What I do is first, so one of my 4's is actually going to cancel out 2 of my 2's. And also the go 4 divided by 2 gives me 2 left over. Then I have times 4 left. That is going to equal 8. And I have x myself cancel out. I have 2 x's left. Square. Y that I can cancel out as well. Y. If I have nothing on the bottom, and put a 1 below it if you want. You can leave it exactly how it is. So my final answer is squared times y. Alright, so you have go ahead and try right now. Go ahead and pause videos and try those out. Number 1 is x. Number 2 is 5 over x cubed. Number 3 is x squared times y. And number 4 should have been 20 over 2x cubed. So that is our multiplying